How's it going, everybody? CJ here, back in another video. Today we're going to be unboxing a booster box of Throne of Eldraine. So, this set, brand new, very hype, very fun, looks good. Fairy Tale sub-theme, or the Fairy Tale theme seems awesome. I love the flavor of this set. A lot of great art in here. The storybook, alternate art things, alternate borders. Everything about the set I'm a big fan of. Oh, a little tough to open that. Love the color of these. So we're just gonna drop these up here. Yeah. Don't need that. And yeah, alright. We're just gonna get into this. Let's do this. So they got the pull tabs, and it looks like they are token first. So we got an adventure token, a mountain, and a storybook alternate art giant killer. The adventure is chop down, instant. Destroy target creature of power 4 or greater. And then it's a 1 mana 1/2 that you can pay 2 mana and tap it to tap target creature. That seems pretty good. That's pretty cool that we got the story like art, alternate art. Not gonna do much with those. Just gonna skim through them unless we see an alternate art one. Also, I'm gonna try to okay. Not sure the best way to get the camera going right now because it's acting kind of weird, but oh well. Alright, so we got a Garruk emblem. That's pretty cool. Got a Plains and Foil Wolf's Quarry. Little piggies. Big fan of this card. It's funny. It's the 3 pigs that are just food. And our rare is Love Struck Beast. Drown the lock. Alright. Why is it? There, that's better. That looks better. The colors are all kind of weird, and I don't know why. It looks normal. The cards look normal, but the camera kind of has a funky coloring to it for some reason. Not sure why. Yeah, that's nice. There we go. Alright, we got a giant token. An island. Ooh, a foil rare. Castle Garenberg. It enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a forest. You can tap it for green, or you can pay 4 mana, tap it, add 6 green, and use that on creatures. And we got a Charming Prince. I'm gonna put the foil rare there. Then, oh, I didn't even read Charming Prince. I gotta read that. It's rare. 2 mana, 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, choose one. Scry 2, gain 3 life. Exile another target creature you own. Return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of next end step. Pretty cool. Pretty cool card there. Enchanted Carriage. I love that. It's so funny. Okay, there. Oh, 7 Dwarves. Quartermander. Great card. Gotta keep remembering. I have to remember that there's a pull tab on these. Got the adventure token. Got a swamp and Castle Vantress. Enter the battlefield tapped unless you control an island, and pay 1 or tap it for a blue, or pay 4, tap it, scry 2. It's all right. Spinning wheel, Flex and Intruder. I like that card. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars. Can break the monologue. All right. Let's continue. Human warrior token. Plains. Ooh, it's foil too. Foil lonesome unicorn alternate border. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. And damn. Okay, we got the Royal Scion. I'm gonna put the alternate borders there, actually, because those are really cool. Just throw that there. So, in the review later, after, yeah. Real Scions. Wow. Draw a card, discard a card. Target creature gets +2 and gain +2/+0 and gains first strike and trample until end of turn. And -8, draw 4 cards. When you do, the Royal Scions deals damage to any target equal to the number of cards in your hand. Damn, this is a sweet card. This is sweet, and it's 5 loyalty, 3 mana walker. Very cool. Very, very cool. That's a good hit. Yeah, okay, this is just double-sided token. Yeah. Just gonna put tokens and lands together. We got Emery. Very good. Very good card. This is making waves. It could be very strong in Modern. It's going to be very strong Commander for sure. It costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control, so essentially it's 1 mana. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library in your graveyard, then choose target artifact, a card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. Tap it to do that. It's very good. Good card there. Lucky Clover. Ooh, Beanstalk Giant alternate thing. Cool. I love the art. This set the flavor is crazy. I absolutely love it. Let me know what you guys think about it. Bone Crusher Giant. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. So that's the instant. And then the creature part is a 2 mana 4/3, and whenever it becomes the target of a spell, Bone Crusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. Solid. Seems solid. Wandermare, Order of Midnight, yada yada yada. Don't care about any of that. Okay. Ooh, that one was a little tricky to open. Human Rogue token, Plains, and Foil Signpost Scarecrow. So mana fixing Scarecrow. That's cool. And Sorcerer's Spyglass. It's good rare. Or, it's a good card. Just a good card in standard. And enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Solid. And we got a whole mess of commons and uncommons. Food token, island, Ayara. First of Lochthwain. Whenever it or another black creature enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And you can tap it, sack a black creature, and draw a card. It's solid. Very solid. Alright. Ooh. Best card in the whole set, Ginger Brute. Best card. Who doesn't love a gingerbread man that you have to be hasty enough to catch? Yorvo, Lord of Garenbrig. Not a big fan of this card. Enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a +1/+1 counter on him. Then if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo's, put another +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Very Guess it's better doubling seasons out with it, but you're still, it's a big fatty. Nice human token. I love the tokens. The art's great. Stolen by the Fae. 2X. 2 blue and X. Turn target creature with converted mana cost X to its owner's hand. You create X 1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying. That seems pretty good. I like it. If it was an instant, that would be really good. I actually really wish that was an instant. That would have been... That'd be a really good card for like Simic Flash. We got the Dwarf token. And a Mountain and Oathsworn Knight. Enters with 4+1/+1 counters on it. Attacks each combat if able. If damage will be dealt to it, and it has a +1/+1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove the counter. Pretty cool card. I love the art. Alright. So we still only have one Mythic, and I really thought that there would be a lot more foils than this, because the foil count is increased. So I think we're just getting unlucky on the foils. Oh, speaking of foils, Merfolk Secret Keeper. And Linden. This card is just bad. 3 mana, 3/3 of Vigilance, and whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. It's bad. Bad card. They couldn't. The Mad Ratter. I love that. They could have done so much more with that card. I really wish they did something good for a white and commander. But no, just Linden. Hushbringer. This weirdest start in the set, but it's cool. It's a good card. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger. And it's a 2 mana 1/2 with flying and lifelink. So it's a good card. That's a really good card, actually. Big fan of Hushbringer. Got a few decks that are going to want that. We got a nice little fairy. Nice swampy. And Fires of Invention. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. It's a very interesting card, and I want to test it, but I don't know how good it's actually going to be. This is a cool card. The mana rock that buffs. I think that's a good one. Alright, another adventure. Island. Oh, yes! I wanted this card real bad. The Great Henge. The spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. You can tap it for 2 green and 2 life. And whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. This card is just nutty, and I need a bunch of these. That card is so good. And that's all commons and uncommons. Alright, next pack. Got a rat token, a swamp, and foil Embereth Shieldbreaker. Cool. And a Stone Coil Serpent. Very good card. X mana to cast it, so whatever you want. Reach, trample, and pro from multicolored. And it enters with X counters on it. So this thing can be pretty big. Let's see. Anything good in there? Nah, nothing really. Alright, next pack. Yeah, Night Token, Mountain, and the Pyromancer. Iron Crag Pyromancer. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, it lightning bolts something. I think this card seems really good, but I don't know. I don't know. That card it might be too expensive, being 3 mana. If it was 2 mana, that card would be really good. As is, I think it's pretty good. Could be interesting, like a storm build. Alright, so another double-sided token, Forest, and Mirror Maid. You may have it enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact or enchantment on the battlefield. That's so good. For 3 mana. Ooh, that's pretty. The Hypnotic Sprite alternate border and art. Bake into a pie, great card. Very funny card. Alright, we're getting close. We're over halfway. Mouse, Swamp, and foil rare again. Gadwick, the Wizened. 3 blue and X. When it enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent and opponent controls. And another castle. Castle Garenbrig again. Alright. So 2 foil rares so far, and only 2 mythics though. So hopefully we can bring that mythic count up. Food token, island, Sir Conrad foil. Ooh, that's sweet. That's sweet. This is going directly in my Balthor deck. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Each player puts top card of his or her their library into their graveyard. That's sweet. Oh, Bay of Wishes. Sick. Alternate art. Yeah. Granted. You may choose a non-creature card you own from outside the game, reveal it and put it in your hand, and then it's a 2 mana 1/4 with flying. You can pay 2, discard 2 cards, and return it to your hand. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool card. Let's go in there, because it's got the alt art. I'm a huge fan of being able to have the alternate art and alternate borders in these. It's very cool, and I think that that's something that they should try to stick with. Wizards did a good job with that. Sorcerer's Broom. Foil, okay. And Doom Foretold. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If that player can't, they discard a card. They lose 2 life, and you draw a card. You gain 2 life. You create a 2/2 white knight, and with token of vigilance, then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. Interesting. So that means also for you, if you can't do that, if you can't sacrifice a non-land permanent, then you have to discard a card. But then you also lose 2 life. But then you gain that 2 life back, and you draw a card, and you get a 2/2. Weird, very weird. I want to see if this does anything. If it does, that'd be cool. That could make a really cool deck. Alright, next pack. Another double-sided token. I don't like the double-sided. The no token side. I don't like that. Worthy Knight. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Alright. Not too bad. Torment Ground is cool. A night land. Alright. And next pack. Got human token, forest, and a non-foil Gadwick. Alright. I think this box is weak. I don't think we're getting the value that we really want right now. We definitely are lacking on the Mythics. We only have 2 still. Hopefully that picks up. Opportunistic Dragon. When it enters the battlefield, choose target human or artifact an opponent controls. For as long as Opportunistic Dragon remains on the battlefield, gain control of that permanent. It loses all abilities and it can't attack or block. That's pretty cool. Hold something hostage. The Banner. Great card. Alright, this is going to be a Mythic. I'm calling it now. We're going to have the black one of this cycle. the cauldron or whatever. That's my guess. We got a rat, we got a swamp, and we got the Clackbridge Troll. That's not what I want. A 5-mana 8/8 with trample and haste. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3/0/1 white goat creature tokens. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap it, you gain 3 life and draw a card. I really like this card. I'm going to try to make that work in standard. I think that card is super undervalued right now. It seems very good in my opinion. Another one of these dumb tokens. Island. Foil Forest. Midnight Clock. Tap it for blue. You put an hour counter on it for 3 mana. At the beginning of each upkeep, put an hour counter on it. When the 12th hour counter is put on Midnight Clock, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. Alright, and then you have to exile it. It's a cool card. And this is the combo kitty. It combos with something. It's some Witch's Oven, I believe. I believe it combos with Witch's Oven. Alright. Ooh, that's a yummy looking food right there. Plains and Gilded Goose. It's Birds of Paradise, but gold. Enters the battlefield, create a food, pay 2 and tap it to create a food, and sacrifice a food, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. So a 0/2 flyer for 1 mana. Solid. That card's going to be solid. Especially if there's a good food deck. But I don't know if there's going to be a good food deck. Alright, so we're still sitting at 2 Mythics, which is terrifying. Hopefully we can pull Oko, Searing Barrage, foil, and Return of the Wild Speaker. It's a 5 mana instant. Choose one. Draw cards equal to the greatest power among non-human creatures you control, and non-human creatures you control get +3/+3 until end of turn. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright. We're getting low. I think there's 7 packs left. Yeah, Knight, Plains, and a Giant Killer again, but this one's the non-pretty one. So here's a comparison of the two. I like this one significantly more, but very cool card. Or both of them actually have very nice art. We are getting fucked. Where is the Mythix? There's gotta be an Oko here. Ready? Oh, go. Irencrag Feet. 4 mana to add 7 mana. You can only cast 1 more spell this turn. There's Witch's Oven. Sacrifice a creature, create a food token. Alright. Maybe we'll hit a Mythic. It's just getting terrifying. We're about to hit the close and still nothing good. Ooh, there it is, the Cauldron. The Cauldron of Eternity. 12 mana. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Whenever a creature you control dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Pay 3 mana and tap it and 2 life. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you cast a sorcery. That seems pretty good. It's interesting. The one thing I don't like about this is that it sends creatures to your library as opposed to graveyard, because then you can't recur them. But I mean, it would be really good if it didn't have that clause. It would be disgusting if it didn't have that clause. Alright, yeah, we got 4 packs left. Maybe we'll hit another Mythic. Maybe a Foil Loco. Swamp. Oh! There's definitely a dude back there. It's not Oko, though. I don't think. No, it can't be. It's black. It's not Oko. I know who that is. It's ya boy, Garruk. Cursed Huntsman. Uh, 6 mana for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. 0 him. Create 2/2/2 black and green wolf creature tokens with, when this creature dies, put a loyalty counter on each Garruk you control. -3, destroy target creature. Draw a card. And -6, you get an emblem. Creatures you control get +3/+3 and have trample. This thing is sweet. Very cool. Very cool. Alright, so now we're at 4 Mythics. But we're not at a foil Mythic yet, so let's just get that here. Alright, this is the foil Mythic pack, please. Got a Fairy, Mountain, and Stormfist Crusader. Menace, at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. It's 2/2 for 2. Ooh, animating Fairy. Very cool. Alright, 2 packs. Let's see if we can get anything crazy in the close. Food. Swamp. Dance of the Manse. Return up to its blue-white X. Return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards from your grave with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their types. Interesting. Very interesting card there. Shine Chaser. That's a cool one. Alright, and the last pack of the box. Let's see, can we hit something wild in the last pack? Got an adventure. Got a forest. Oh, it's red. Is it? It's. I have no idea. Is it Sundering Stroke? I don't know this card. Okay. 7 mana. That's bad. I can already tell. 7 mana, sorcery. Deals 7 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets. If at least 7 red mana was spent to cast a spell, it deals 7 damage to each of those permanents and or players. Okay. So it can be 7 mana for 21 damage, but only one of it is, or only 7 to a player. It's still solid, I guess. It's not terrible. Foulmire Knight. Sweet. Oh, Deafening Silence. That's a good card. And yeah. Alright. So let's do a quick little review. We'll just point out some of the good cards here. So this is our rares. Gilded Goose is solid. Yikes. This is a bad box. Maybe. Yeah, I like that one. Maybe. Sure. No. Maybe. No. Yes. No. And neither of those are very much, I don't think. So those are our rares. Mythics. We did solid on the Mythics, actually. 2 Planeswalkers and 2 of the legendary artifacts. I think that's pretty good. And then 2 foil rares, being Gadwick and the Garenbrig. Solid. And a handful of the alternate. I'm just going to go through these a little slower so you can see the arts, because these are pretty. Foulmire Knight. Animating Fairy. Giant Killer. Fae of Wishes. I like this one a lot. Hypnotic Sprite. This one's also very cool. Beanstalk Giant. And Lonesome Unicorn is the last one. That was a foily. Not too shabby. Definitely could have been worse. But, I mean, it could have been significantly better, I think. I think this is not a great box. That's probably worth a little bit. Yeah, we didn't do too great on the foils either, other than our foil rares. So yeah, that's Throne of Eldraine. If you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time. Peace out. Oh, also, hopefully it should be out this week, another episode of CJDH. So if you guys have been waiting on that, I'm sorry it's been taking me a long time. There's a lot been going on in my life. And it takes fucking forever to edit those videos. I gotta do it all by myself, and not easy. So yeah, it'll be out this week, hopefully. And so yeah, peace out.